Hello everyone, and welcome to another For the Love of Commander podcast brought to you by Affinity for Commander. My name's Martin.
And my name is Alex.
So first of all, I'd like to apologise that there will not be a gameplay video this week. With it being Christmas, we have been visiting our parents and relatives and frankly just haven't had time to do any editing. And we're both also coming down with a cold, so this video might sound a bit rough, so apologies for that too. However, I am working on a rather special video which is going to be about twice the length of the usual ones, which a large proportion of viewers didn't want me to split into two. So I'm going to keep that as one big one, and that should hopefully be ready in a couple of weeks. So this podcast is going to be us just talking about what we did in 2018, what we're looking forward to in 2019, and just doing a few highlights of the not quite a year gone by. It's 10 months since we started making content. So, first of all, how many videos do you think we've made so far, Al?
20.
We have made 39 videos.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot more than you think. 20 of them were gameplay videos, 9 were podcasts, 5 were Best in the Multiverse, and 4 were deck techs. We've also seen 55 different commanders being played by 21 different people.
Which we would just like to thank everyone who has taken the time to sit and actually play with us and be in the videos, as well as dealing with the absolute unnecessary faff that goes into doing the gameplay videos.
Yeah, it's one of those things where when you play on camera, you've got to be aware of what people can see through the camera's vision. You can only see on the table. So if you say, I'm attacking you, you've got to point or you've got to show the target, which it's a completely different way of playing, isn't it?
Oh, God.
So thank you to everyone for putting up with us saying, can you just do that again, but point at that creature rather than just saying it. And you are all amazing. They wouldn't be here without you.
For this video, we would like to have a look back at 2018 on Affinity for Commander and just talk about some of our favourite moments of the channel.
Yeah, so let's start with just point blank our favourite moment in a gameplay video. So I'll start that one off. My favourite moment was the Arch Enemy game, where you were playing Narset and there was myself, Tom and Jack doing a 3-on-1. So if you haven't seen the video, go and watch it, it's a great video. But at that point, Alex had drawn his final card, myself and Tom were out of the game and he was about to beat Jack. He sets his next scheme in motion, and the scheme says draw 2 cards, so he lost by not being able to draw, which I found absolutely hilarious.
I schemed too much.
Yeah, defeated by your own cards. So that was my personal favourite moment of the year. What about you?
My personal favourite was in the last gameplay video we did before this one, where I got to kill you with Akiri. Because I never get to. Everyone always kills Akiri before I get to use her, so...
Yeah, commander damage in our play group is something that people detest. They don't like one-hit KOs with a tiny creature, especially our Akiri's a 0-3. And yeah, you made her protection from creatures, I believe it was, and then just destroyed me with her, which made me sad.
I love Akiri so much. So, moving on, what was the biggest misplay do you think on the channel?
Well, where do we begin? We just suck at Magic, don't we?
In the future, we might do a bloopers reel if we have the time, but honestly, that will be the longest video you've ever seen.
Yeah, it will be hours long. So my favourite misplay, well, I say my favourite, I believe it's the community's favourite to complain about, was when I destroyed Tom's Sensei's Divining Top, and instead of using the Top's ability to put it back on top of his library, he let it get destroyed. That caused quite a bit of uproar in the comments section, and rightly so. It's one of those misplays where you look back at something and go, oh yeah. So I think that was my favourite, just because I wasn't expecting to get it destroyed. I was trying to disrupt his draws, but...
In Tom's defence, moving on, my favourite misplay was my own, where we were playing Muldrotha, and I sacrificed all my creatures to Torment of Hellfire, everyone for a large amount, and it killed no one.
Yeah, it just got us all down to about 10 health, and then we just all wailed on you and beat you till you were dead.
One of the worst things about editing and looking over gameplay videos is realising how much you misplay.
And it's one of those things where you go, oh, I'll learn from this, become a better player, but
nope.
Clearly we haven't, we still suck. Next one is our favourite deck that we've seen on the channel this year. I think that Kanji or Kangi, the bird, the airy keeper,
That guy
that Chris built, he was amazing because there were so many birds in that deck that I had never seen. So many old school birds that aren't great, but they work so well in that deck. And all of a sudden,
tribal.
Yeah, you got a deck that doesn't look too good, and then all of a sudden, army of birds killing you from nowhere.
My favourite is Jack's Vivictus Asmadi deck.
Ah, yes, of course.
Because it's just permanence and mob world. Because you don't deserve a weekend.
Yeah, the resolution of that spell did take a good 10 minutes to figure out, just because of all the permanents that were put onto the battlefield, all the triggers, everything took a while. So in the cut version, nice and clean. The uncut version was a nightmare, and we've come to expect that from Jack. He's going to make editing difficult, but he's a really good player. As are most people on the channel are fantastic, aren't they? We've got a lot of judges in our playgroup, you see, so there's a lot of shenanigans going on for the rules.
Just FYI, we are not judges.
No. There are several that are in our group.
And looking back on 2018 as a year of Magic, what do you think has been the best new commander added to the list of legendaries?
I personally like Arcades the Strategist because
Walls.
he's janky. He's just, you play a wall. But then that 0/7 for 3 becomes a 7/7. And it doesn't take much. It just takes giving it Trample or giving it Vigilance. And that is a serious threat. It is a really silly deck. It's not a great deck. It's not super powerful, super amazing. But it's fun to play, and it's fun to play against, I think, where you just think...
If you think so.
You just sort of expect a wall of ice to attack you for,
You clocked me for 29 on turn 4.
It was beautiful. How about you? What's your favourite commander, Al?
Muldrotha the Gravetide.
Now, there is not a surprise at all.
That's Merrin on steroids. She is just great.
Yes, you can't deal with it unless you exile whatever you're trying to get rid of. It's coming back.
I mean, I have genuinely heard someone say they're going to start running Rest in Peace just for Muldrotha.
I think it's justified. It's a scary commander. It's Merrin better, as you say. Like, Merrin only brings back a creature return, whereas Muldrotha is bring back one of everything whenever you want.
Muldrotha is my hand is now my graveyard.
You mean your graveyard is now your hand?
Same thing.
Yeah. So that's about it for 2018. We're now going to look forward to the future of 2019 and what we're going to be doing and hope to be doing there. So first of all, we're both building a few new decks to add to the collection. So you'll hopefully see some interesting brews going on there. And I believe a lot of our playgroup are making new decks as well, because that's kind of what people do, isn't it? You make a deck, either play it and love it, or play it and hate it and destroy it straight away. But you'll see some new decks, I'm sure. We got a new camera. We have recorded a few games on it, but I'm trying to use up as many of the old recordings as possible before I actually start using the newer ones. And it is a lot sharper, a lot better quality, less fish-eyed, and yeah, I'd say it's an improvement.
Definitely an improvement.
We're also looking at new editing software to get, just so we can make the videos a bit crisper and a bit more flowy. We're currently using a program called Shotcut, which is free. And it's a good program, it just, my laptop can't handle it very well, and it does tend to stutter and take a long time to export.
Yeah, it does also currently take about 5 minutes to make a card fly across the screen.
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking to improve upon that.
We're going to be making a lot more videos. We've got, obviously, gameplay videos, deck techs, best of the multiverse, and a few new ones we're throwing in the mix, which we'll spoil later on.
If there are any series or ideas you guys personally want to see, feel free to leave them in the comments below.
Yeah, definitely. We'd love to hear what you want us to do. There's only so many ideas we can come up with, and you know what you want to see, so definitely pop that in the comments. We technically have a new mic. Our old one decided to start being a bit silly, so we sent it back to the manufacturer, and they sent us a newer version, I believe it is. It doesn't look quite the same, does it?
No, it's a newer version.
So, technicalities, new mic there. We will be having new players in the player group. We've got a few new people who haven't been on the channel yet who we're going to record in there.
Yes, new players, more new decks.
And we're also going to have new guests on the podcast, of course. We've had a few on, like Jack and Chris, so we'll have more people on. And GP London in April, which isn't that far away, actually. It's quite scary how close that is.
April 26th, we will be attending there.
So we just need to finalise some details, such as how to get there, how to stay there overnight. So yeah, if you're planning on attending GP London as well, let us know. Maybe we can meet up there. We are talking to Digital Llama about possibly seeing him there if he can make it, but it's hard to plan that far in advance, especially with busy schedules like I know he has. But yeah, that should be a really cool thing to see. I've only been to London once, and it wasn't Magic related, so I imagine it'd be a bit busier than Liverpool, and that was crazy busy as it was. And we've got the newest Ravnica set coming out as well in January.
Yes, we do.
With some new commanders, I'm sure.
Or we already have Linvala. The Linvala of no.
The Linvala of modern sets.
The Linvala of play fair Magic.
And whatever sets come out afterwards. I know that Mark Rosewater did a tweet.
The OG Rosewater himself is very excited for this coming year of Magic products. Not just sets, products.
Yeah, so that could be something fun for Commander. And there was a tweet as well, I'll have to try and find it, saying about static effects on Planeswalkers.
Yes, he was looking at that. It wasn't confirmed.
It was just kind of throwing it out there that it's something they're looking into, which I think is insanely powerful. It'd have to be very restricted, such as if you had a Sorin with one, for example, saying vampires get this rather than creatures get this. But it's an interesting step. I like what they're doing, trying new things. They've done partner Planeswalkers, they've done Commander Planeswalkers. It's nice to try new things, as long as they don't break it.
And that'll be it for us for this instalment of For the Love of Commander.
And for 2018 as well.
Yes, and a Happy New Year, and if you missed it, a Merry Christmas to anyone else.
Yep, and we cannot wait to see what the new year brings for us as YouTubers.
Because honestly, we've grown and learned a lot in 10 months.
In terms of Magic, as well as video editing, recording.
So we'll see what 2019 brings for us. And that'll be it from us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget you can follow us on Twitter @4Commander. And if you really like us, you can consider supporting us on Patreon. We'll see you next time.